Obviously, the big news today was the 49ers trading a comp third for Chase Young, and that was a big trade by the San Francisco 49ers. But they have also made some additional moves, and they had to make a corresponding move to make room for Chase Young on the roster. So that means Anthony Brown is no longer on the San Francisco 49ers. We just talked about. They had to make room for the new defensive lineman. I've had a lot of people kind of ask me why I chose this particular photo for this template. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is the only photo that I could find of him as a San Francisco 49er. And I did not, unfortunately, want to post him in a photo of the Cowboys on my page. That's really just what it came down to. Every other picture of Anthony Brown is all Cowboys photos, and to be honest, I didn't want to post any Cowboys photos on my page. So unfortunately, this was the only option. And people were like, why'd you choose that photo? And that's the reasoning. I didn't want to post any Cowboys. I think you can understand where I'm coming from. I didn't want to post that star on my page if I didn't have to. So that was unfortunately the only option we had. Anthony Brown really, I know he dressed last week, but I did not see Anthony Brown really provide any type of impact for the San Francisco 49ers since they signed him. So he is moved off the active roster as the San Francisco 49ers make a move. But that's not the only move that they made. The 49ers have also signed offensive lineman Jesse Davis to the practice squad, and they have released cornerback Kendall Sheffield in a corresponding move. So this move is a bit interesting. He entered the league in 2015. He's 32 years old, 6'6", 309 pounds, and he originally came into the league as an undrafted free agent with the Seattle Seahawks, but he played primarily with the Miami Dolphins, and he actually played quite a bit from 2017 to 2021. He played for over 4,700 snaps on the offensive line, and that consisted of guard and tackle. So he played quite a bit throughout his time in the NFL. Now, he really hasn't done much of anything the last two seasons in 2022 and this year in 2023. He hasn't seen the field, but he does come to the San Francisco 49ers with a ton of experience. So it is going to be interesting to see what the San Francisco 49ers ultimately do with him, what their plan is for him outside of just being depth on the practice squad. But they do bring in a guy who has a ton of playing experience in the NFL and can play multiple positions across the offensive line. So, again, practice squad edition remains to be seen what type of impact he could potentially have. Keep in mind, Chris Forster was the offensive line coach in Miami. So Chris Forster knows this player very well and knows what he's capable of. So you would have to assume he would be able to fit right into what Chris Forster is running with the 49ers offensive line. And as we know, Aaron Banks is dealing with turf toe and could be out for a couple weeks. And so we know Jonathan Feliciano is going to fill that hole at left guard, but that means there's an additional depth spot that is needed. So the 49ers make an offensive line move. They get a journeyman starter in Jesse Davis. Again, 32 years old, has tons of playing experience, and all playing with Miami, who happened to be who Chris Forster was coaching for a decent amount of that time that he was over there. So those are the roster moves for today. Obviously, the biggest one is the Chase Young trade, but these are some of the additional moves that were made in corresponding moves and additional practice squad moves for depth. Let me know what you guys think about these moves. Nothing earth shattering or anything like that, but hey, 49ers got some offensive line. They released two cornerbacks and didn't trade for any quarterbacks. So let me know what you guys think about these moves in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.